Little cautionary tale about buying Bendpak products. This is a GL7, I think. I forget the exact model. But it got here in somewhat beat up shape, which I understand is pretty common, these things. And the packaging, really, I mean, come on. The way they loaded it all together, it was just inviting this kind of problem. But anyway, now I kind of messed up because I had it sitting around for a good while before I even unboxed it because of construction delays. I ordered it before the garage was even finished. And so, you know, you're supposed to inspect it immediately upon arrival and not, you know, accept it if there's any damage and put the onus on the shipper and everything. But I mean, it comes to you, the guy with the truck will bring it to you all bundled up and, you know, in one piece, where, you know, there is no way, there's no practical way you're going to get down to this level of inspection while the truck is sitting there. So, of course you sign off of it. Okay, yeah, looks all right. But then you unpack it and you find stuff like this. This is a sheave that takes, you know, one of the main cables. You know, it's hooked in. You know, it runs from here on down, and you have the. This model uses only one cylinder instead of two, one on each side. It has one on this top bar. That's another factor you should consider with the GL models. Because this cylinder sits up top, single cylinder sits up top and drives both ends of the lift. You know, that's a pretty substantial cylinder. It's a lot of weight. This top bar assembly is a lot of weight. Some of the other models, you know, the top bar is a flimsy little thing that's very easy to put up on top of your posts once the posts are stood up. You know, no big deal. A couple guys and a couple ladders, boom, you put it up there. This thing, I mean, I don't own a forklift, and so I'm trying to figure out some kind of Egyptian, you know, lift mechanism to get this thing up to where it needs to be. And at this point, I'm going to probably pull the cylinder off to take a lot of the weight out. Of course, I have to take this off. Now, here's the thing that really kind of torqued me. Because I waited, you know, it was months, I'll be honest, before I found this damage and reported it to them. They're like, well, you know, hey, best we can do is give you 50% off the cost of replacing those. Okay. So $130 later, I got a box at my door. And I'll show you a picture of the box I got and the contents. It was inadequately packed, had been ripped open in shipping, the sheaves were gone. So then you know, it took a month after that to get them to send me another set of sheaves. Oh, and the other thing was, you know, I talked to the technical guy and I told him I needed these two sheaves and just in case the pin, because I was concerned the pin might be bent. Just watch the way this one, yeah, something's tweaked in there. So as a precaution, I ordered not just the sheaves but the pin. What I got was, you know, the sheaves were missing because they had busted out of the box, but what was in there was this sleeve. That is not what I needed. I'm really afraid when I take this thing apart, I'm going to find out that that pin itself is tweaked. So, yeah, not good experiences with Bendpak, I got to be honest. And you know, I'm putting this out there for that reason. This is disappointing. This is something I paid, you know, in excess of $3,000 to get to my door, and yeah, kind of wishing I had just looked around locally. Found you know, we have equipment companies nearby, and just dealt with somebody local who's got a sense of responsibility and ownership for what winds up at your doorstep, because I am not seeing that from Bendpak at all. Oh, here's a bonus issue, by the way. This is the power head, and it's supposed to, according to the instructions, there's supposed to be two holes drilled and tapped back here that correspond to holes on the power side post. And that's how you mount this. And there's supposed to be some white spacers in the hardware pack. That stand it off from the post. The holes aren't tapped in here, and I don't have any white spacers, so, and there are no holes that correspond to this bracket here on the post. So I emailed them over, this is Sunday. I emailed them yesterday, so of course they haven't gotten to it, but I'll be really interested to see how they come back and propose to fix this problem. All right, and last but not least, when I finally did get my 2 replacement sheaves, and remember these cost me $130 to get. Look at this. There's one of them straight from the factory, and it's got a nice little ding that definitely impinges on the groove here. So yeah, your lift that's going to be holding up supposedly up to 7,000 pounds, you're going to have your cable running through here, and they give you all these warnings about how you're supposed to keep that cable all greased and everything, and you're going to be running it through some crap like that? Really? Come on. That's just crap.